Hello, I'm Alison McWhinney and I'm with Sue Plumtree today, and we are talking about controlling your inner bully. And we're in for a treat of more top tips from Sue on how we deal with this. Sue, first of all, when did you first find out there is such a thing as an inner bully, a negative inner critic?
Well, I've had the inner bully most of my adult life, and I had no idea I had one of those. By the way, by inner bully, I mean your negative inner critic. And I found out when I started training as a life coach. And it was a complete surprise. But once I noticed, then I went like, oh my God. And that was a big shock for me. Yeah. Now, the thing about the inner bully is that it's like what I found out is like a negative inner commentary, a chatterbox that goes on and on and on from the minute you wake up, from the moment you drop off. It's there. And the what makes it worse is that we're not aware that we have it. And it makes you feel um, unattractive, that you are not competent. It overwhelms you with self-doubt. It it's just it makes you feel unworthy and just not good enough. So the main time it actually pops up, it's there all the time, but when it really pops up is when you're feeling vulnerable, when you're under stress, and then it really comes and goes on the attack, because I can't think of another way to put it. It will say things like, um, I know you know you can't do it, so why bother? Or everybody understood it except me. What's wrong with me? Or I'm not good at that. I might not even bother. Or you go somewhere and you see somebody you like. It doesn't have to be the opposite sex. It could be a person that you think would be fun to chat with. But your inner bully goes, why would they be interested in you? You're boring. You have nothing important to say. You know, spare yourself the humiliation. That kind of horrible things. And so you don't. And you miss opportunities because you never know where a conversation might get you.
Mm.
Could be a new friend. It could be a connection, a business connect, and you just don't know. But the inner bully stops you from following up things that you would love to do. So just goes on and on and on. The main thing, they are lies. That's why you need to be aware of them, because when you don't, you believe them,
Mm.
and you do what it says to do or not to do because you believe it's the best way, but it's not. So when you notice, you need to challenge them. It's the voice, it's harsh and it's relentless, and it gets you to beat yourself up. And you know what that feels like. Painful. Um, Let me see if I can give you an analogy
Yes.
to actually um, really get it. So imagine you have a beautiful garden. It is gorgeous. The lawn is green and smooth. You have wonderful flowers and bushes and trees and weeds. And if you don't remove the weeds, the minute you see them, they can overwhelm them, and then you will find it hard to remove them, to get. But if you don't, then it will overwhelm and ruin something precious. And the precious is you. And so if you don't remove those weeds, which are your negative inner critic thoughts, then basically it will make your life mediocre
Mm.
and disappointing.
That's a very good analogy.
It is
It's
useful.
always important to be able to be open to opportunities and maximize those opportunities when they do arise.
Yes, but also
Um,
notice things when you become hypercritical of yourself,
mm,
or when you become hypercritical and judgmental of yourself and other people.
mm,
And so just focus on everything that you imagine is wrong with them. And some things will be wrong with them, but there will be loads of things that are right with them.
yeah.
And focusing on those things, on what's good about yourself and others.
Any other tips for controlling the inner bully?
Um, Challenge them. You need to challenge them. So, for example, if you go, I'll never get it, so why bother? Then you can challenge and say something like, well, how do you know unless you try?
Mm,
Now, the way the inner bully, I've been saying you all the time, but the inner bully doesn't work like that. It says I. It says, I will never get it. I'm too stupid to learn. I am slow. I will never get it. I, which makes it feel like it's true. And that is why you have to really be on the alert. So you have to notice, you have to challenge, you have to um, focus on positive thoughts because they are very useful in strengthening you. Like follow your dreams, ask for what you need because the gremlin can say, they'll only say no. So, you'll just feel rejected. So don't bother to ask. Or if you do, you go, can I please? Could I? Should, and they go, what's she on about? So you need to notice when you actually ask for something and go, I've done it.
mm,
And it'll strengthen the way you feel about yourself. It's like a muscle. Controlling your inner bully is like developing a muscle. Um, so you need to focus, you need to give it the time and attention, you have to persist and you not give up. And you don't do it every once in a while. That's why you need to pay attention, so that you can actually get it rather than miss it. And yes, a lot of will go past our antenna. It happens, but you really have to be there. Um, and this is how I did it. And it took time and it took effort. It took persistent. I didn't like feeling useless. I didn't like to feel worthless. It's horrible. And then when I discovered that there's such a thing as an inner bully, then I knew that I was able to do it. And I had help.
mm,
Um, and this is why I'm sharing this with you, because I want nothing more than for you to learn to control your inner bully. And it starts by learning to like and love yourself, by learning to accept yourself and respect yourself, and to have boundaries. Because until you do, then the idea that you deserve better won't even enter your mind. Because I've been where you are, and it's just, I don't want to be there anymore. Nor do I want it for you. I want you to feel that you know who you are, that you deserve better, that you don't settle for second best. And that is what I want the most for you. And I would love to connect with you. So if you feel like getting in touch with me, then you can go to LinkedIn, find my contact details, or just call me on 07903 795 027 or send me a text. Whatever you choose, let's connect.
Sue, that's very insightful. Thank you. I
You're
hope people
so
take you up
welcome.
on your call to action to connect with you and find out even more.
I'd love that.